All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Rhodes. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. Rhodes. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Detroit. as his guys are in for 6, and the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 4 down. Watch it now, Barney. Watch the shift.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
4 down. All right, here we go. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will return this one to The 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Hey, we got
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
On 1st down, Rhodes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To throw on 3rd down, Rhodes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And he fields it cleanly. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Flex round! Flex round! 80's yours!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Come on, let's go!
Throwing on first down. Rhodes, flush to his right. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Watch 80. He likes to get those jump balls. Check, butt set. Check. Ohio! Ohio! Shift.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On 1st and 10, Rhodes under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, Rhodes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. He's got the first down here inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rhodes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, Rhodes. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Man, there's a lot to think about when you're playing quarterback, isn't there? I mean, this is 3rd and long. So your chances of completing a pass for a 1st down are slim to begin with. And then when you put it into some traffic, you're really wreaking havoc with your options, aren't you? Maybe you just got to heave it into the, throw it up in the stands and make sure no one can catch it.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Rhodes. He's going to go for a big play. And got his man complete. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This from 54 yards away. And Elliott puts this one through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got three down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Three down. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Ohio!
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go. What? 90.
Following the fumble recovery, Rhodes. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Flex round. 52's the mark.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Tight end left. We got four.
To throw on second down, Rhodes buying time to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. The Lions on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Four down. Check. Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Flex round.
On first down, Rhodes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Tight end right.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Rhodes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Rhodes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 32. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Here we go now. 3-19.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Strong right. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post, and most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now let's go. Green.
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down. And I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Watch tight end. Four down. Alert.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, baby. Boom. You got tight. You got tight right there. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Red 38.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Four down. Check.
On 3rd down, Rhodes. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Double tight. Double tight. Hey. Hurry up.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Tight left. Tight left. Hey, boys, we got four. All right, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's King. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Double tight. We got four. All right, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Barney. Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
39.
He'll look to throw. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Tech McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We got three, fellas. Ohio!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Throwing on first down. Rhodes. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Two times. Hey, 4 down. Let's go. Red 38.
From the gun, Rhodes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
4 down.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. 3 down. 3 down. Flex round. Flex round.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ohio.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rhodes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Lions on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey. We got 3.
Back to throw. Rhodes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Boy, tight end to the right. Move. Hey, here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Alert 3.
On play action, they'll throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Here we go now. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
One set. Eyes up. One set. 85 is coming. 85 is coming.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. And Elliott puts this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So out now come the Lions. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Out. 3 down. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Watch 7.
And they'll run it here across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13 and also a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rhodes. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Rhodes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Now a handoff looking right. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, They put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
Green, 39. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Leopard. All day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His Fourth touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Tight left. Hey, we got 4.
To throw on second down, Rhodes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Alert. Check. He's coming. Ohio.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Flex round.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ohio. 4 down. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go. White, 90.
From the gun, Rhodes. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hey. 4 down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down. Come on, let's go. White, 90. White, 90. Mike's by 4. I got you.
Right back to him on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Watch tight. Tight end right. 3 down. Check 20.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Flex round. Hey, check.
Back to throw. Rhodes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Forced out to his left, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Down to 7 seconds now, 6.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Lions, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
You